You might have thought that a lack of discipline or spiritual strength is the reason you keep struggling with consistency. But the real problem isn't your willpower. It is that the spiritual model you are following was never designed to fit your actual high-pressure life. In the next few minutes, you will see how to rebuild your connection with God in a way that actually fits your real world. It starts the second your alarm goes off. Before you are even fully awake, your hand reaches for your phone. And within seconds, your mind is flooded with notifications. The peace you promised to find this morning is gone, before your feet even touch the floor. You know you want to walk with God. You want to find rest in Him. But what actually happens is you end your day exhausted, carrying the quiet guilt of another missed appointment. It is a heavy, invisible weight. This isn't about trying harder. It is about redesigning how you live with God and building something that survives your real days. If this resonates with you, just know that you are not alone. Because what most people never realize is there is a hidden mismatch between the life they live and the spiritual model they are trying to force. If this feels familiar, you are not alone. You can share that below if you want. It always starts with the exact same script. You open your eyes, and the first thing to hit your mind isn't peace. It's a storm of notifications, emails from your boss, messages from friends, and an endless stream of social media noise. Your day is chopped into tiny fragments by the sound of digital pings. Your attention is shredded, you're tired, you're overwhelmed, and you feel like you're constantly gasping for air in your own life. Then, you look at those images of the ideal spiritual life online. Perfect morning devotions in the golden sunlight, hours of uninterrupted prayer, and absolute focus without a single distraction. You try to mimic it, you fail, and then you blame yourself for being undisciplined. But here's the truth. Maybe you're not inconsistent. Maybe your current life and the spiritual model you're trying to follow have never actually fit together. Modern life is not a neutral environment. It is intentionally designed to destroy stillness. This world wants you busy because a busy mind is a mind that is easily manipulated. Psalm 46 verse 10 reminds us, "Be still and know that I am God." But how can you be still when the world inside you is screaming? The problem isn't your effort. It's a profound mismatch that we often ignore. But the real issue runs even deeper than just a busy schedule. What if the way you've been taught to stay consistent is exactly what's breaking you? How long have you been stuck in this cycle? You set impossible standards, you fail, and then you burn out. We often think this spiritual burnout is a lack of discipline, but it's not. It's a structural flaw. Let's expose the 3 myths that are suffocating us. 1. You wait for inspiration before you start. 2. You believe every devotion must be long and deep. And 3. You treat one missed day as a total failure. These models don't help you grow. They create pressure, they create guilt, and eventually, they lead to quitting. This isn't a moral issue, it's a design issue. You're trying to force yourself into a mold that wasn't made for humans in this digital age. In the Gospel of Matthew, chapter 11, verses 28 through 30, Jesus says, "Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light." Consistency does not mean perfection. So if the model is broken, what actually works in real life? Consistency isn't about doing more. It's about building something that can survive your real days. It's time to redefine the concept. Consistency doesn't mean spending 2 hours every morning in perfect silence. It means doing something small enough to repeat every single day without burning out. Stop trying to separate your faith from your reality. Don't look at it as time with God pushed into a fixed slot. Look at it as a life with God that flows through every moment. Deuteronomy chapter 6, verses 6 and 7 says, "These commandments that I give you today are to be on your hearts. Impress them on your children. Talk about them when you sit at home, and when you walk along the road, when you lie down, and when you get up." Faith doesn't live in a separate time block. It lives while you're driving, while you're working, and in the very rhythm of your day. That is the difference between performing a ritual and sustaining a relationship. But even with the right definition, something still stops people from starting. Stop and think about this for a moment. Maybe the problem isn't that you keep failing God, but that your current system was never built to hold Him. You are trying to pour an ocean into a tiny cup. You are trying to find the eternal within a schedule filled with the temporary. So, what does a right system actually look like? And how does it function in a life that is suffocatingly busy? If it is hard to start, it will never last. Consistency isn't the result of iron willpower. It is the product of a smart environment. To build a spiritual system that can actually survive in the real world, you need three things: an easy entry, low friction, and an anchor to your existing habits. Stop forcing yourself to hunt for your Bible in a mess. Place it on your nightstand or right next to your coffee maker. Don't try to pray for an hour when you're running late for work. Start with 5 minutes while the water is boiling. The goal isn't perfection. The goal is showing up every day. Proverbs chapter 4, verse 26 teaches us, "Ponder the path of your feet, and let all your ways be established." Your system doesn't need to be impressive. It just needs to be livable. If you want to go far, make the first step as effortless as possible. But even a well-designed system can slowly lose its meaning. You can do all the right things and still feel nothing. A routine without connection is just an empty shell. It is so easy to fall into the trap of checking the box. You finish a chapter in the Bible, but can't remember a single word. You pray on autopilot while your mind is already racing through your to-do list. Do not confuse completion with encounter. Real transformation only happens when there is engagement, not just performance. James chapter 1 verse 22 reminds us, "Do not merely listen to the word and so deceive yourselves. Do what it says." To keep your system from becoming cold and rigid, try asking yourself one guiding question every day. What part of this truth actually intersects with the reality I am facing today? Don't let consistency turn into a new religious burden. Let it be the space for a real conversation. And then comes the moment that breaks most people. You will have bad days. You will miss a morning. You will skip a chapter. You will be too exhausted to pray. And this is where most people stop forever. They let one missed day turn into a silent week. They let one small mistake turn into a total failure. But listen closely. It's not the missed day that breaks you. It's the distance that follows. True consistency isn't a perfect unbroken chain. It is the ability to return immediately. Grace isn't just for forgiving your past. It is the power to restart right now. Lamentations chapter 3, verses 22 and 23 says, "Because of the Lord's great love we are not consumed, for His compassions never fail. They are new every morning. Great is your faithfulness." Every morning, not every month, not every year. The issue isn't how far you fell. The issue is, how long will it take you to stand back up? Your struggle has never been proof of a lack of faith. It was simply a sign that the old system was no longer big enough to hold your growth. It is about building a way of walking with God that breathes within the actual rhythm of your life. And that is something you can actually live out every single day. If you have stayed with this message, you are someone who is choosing not to give up. You are part of those who are learning how to return and how to build something real instead of something perfect. We are not here to chase temporary emotions. We are here to build a real life with God, one small step at a time. What is one small way you are going to integrate this into your day this week? If this is the kind of journey you want to stay on, one that is real and sustainable, I invite you to join us as we move forward together. You do not have to be perfect anymore. You can simply be real.